morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to personally welcome you and thank you so much for participating with us on this venture. It's a very important venture to us, and so we've invited some of the most important people today to join us from around the world, certainly from within the U.S., and last but not least, all the wonderful staff that we have at GLWA. And you will find that we have people from all corners of our organization because we understand asset management is an organizational effort.
We're entrusted with an incredible responsibility for our customers and our communities. And asset management is our way of demonstrating that we're doing a great job with that responsibility. I'm Shane Morgan, Chief Operations Officer for Watercare, Auckland, New Zealand. I think the Blue Ribbon panel is a great opportunity for me and others to share experiences. We're all on the same kind of journey. We all have a slightly different take on that journey, but that journey is pretty consistent and common across the water industry. We invariably have to do more with less. The standards of service are continuing to increase. The expectation on us is more complex and more challenging, and financial constraints will always be present. So, it's a great challenge to have, and it's a difficult one to solve. We all work under different commercial conditions, regulatory challenges, government controls, and quite often we look from places like New Zealand at the UK or the US as a leader for those changes.
Keith Hazlitt, so from the northwest of England. I'm wastewater director at United Utilities. We've been on quite a journey over the last sort of 7-8 years, and for us really it's a good opportunity to benchmark where we think we are in terms of a water wastewater business, what our asset management processes and systems look like compared to the rest of the industry. In the past we've very much focused around the UK and benchmarking ourselves with other English and Welsh water utilities. For us this is a great opportunity to really reach out to the rest of the globe and just see really what is happening out there in the water industry. It's great to be here. There's a number of other utilities from all over the world, which is fantastic to see, including our environment regulator, which is, I think, quite growing up in terms of us sharing best practice with them as a regulator, which is a different dynamic. So Detroit, great to be here. I've never really been in the States before, so I think from our perspective, it's just great to see what that different culture and approach looks like, and I guess how can we help share some of our best practice in the UK. I think from an asset management professional perspective, it's using a common standard, which is ISO 55000. How you replicate that into your own business might be slightly different, which is what we have achieved with that process. And then really just how do you train your professionals within Great Lakes to actually use that properly, from anybody in the plant here at your water treatment works right through to people in the office.
Brian Buzard, Central Arizona Project, Director of Centralized Maintenance and Reliability. When we were developing our strategic asset management plan, we defined 7 different asset classes, and we got cross-functional teams for each one of those 7 classes. And through that process, you gain early adopters, you gain people that become advocates for the program. One of the things about asset management is there's not really a how-to book out there that says, how are you supposed to do it? Great Lakes Water Authority has a story, and a great story to tell, and I was fascinated by that when I first heard it in Orlando a couple weeks ago. And then again, to learn from others just where they're at in the asset management journey. It's a relatively new idea, even though the standard came out in 2014. There's not many in fact, I don't know how many people even in North America are actually ISO certified in asset management. So it feels like we're all on the bleeding edge a little bit, you know what I mean? That's good.